Good morning, my people. You're welcome to today's political broadcast. Today is the 29th of October, 2025, and we are still discussing Nigerian politics. Now, we know that politics in Nigeria today is complicated. I repeat, politics in Nigeria today is very complicated. There is a report from Vanguard newspapers. The Emir of Kano, Lamido Sanusi, has come out to say that Jonathan could not carry on with subsidy removal because of Bokoharam threats and not the protest. I repeat, the reason why Jonathan could not implement the subsidy removal was not because of the protest by Tinubu and Buhari and co, but because of Boko Haram protest. Mind you, Sanusi served as CBN governor under Jonathan. He was in the cabinet of Jonathan. For him to come out to say that Boko Haram threats were the reason why Jonathan could not go on with the subsidy removal is something that we need to look at. Mind you, during the election, Jonathan was afraid. After the election, he came out to say that the US government, external powers, were the reasons why he could not win that election. And look at it. Who are those that are sponsoring terrorism in Africa, in Nigeria? You can connect it to external powers, CIA and co. So it makes sense now that one of the reasons why Jonathan could not be able to implement the subsidy was because of threats from Boko Haram, a tool in the hands of the West. Imagine that Jonathan removed fuel subsidy then. By now, Nigeria should be getting better. The development will have gotten to another level. Now that Tinubu removed subsidy, you can see the suffering. If they had removed it then, we will not be suffering what we are suffering today. But the World Bank, the US, the powers that be, I told you that they never wanted Nigeria or Africa to be developed. So they will do everything they can to sabotage the development of Africa. APC is a creation of these external powers. I repeat, APC is a creation. You can see Buhari, Erufai and co. How they were so, they threatened Jonathan's government. They threatened subsidy removal. The APC went against subsidy removal, but it is the same APC that is telling us that they will remove subsidy. Can't you see the hypocrisy there? So I believe Sanusi for telling us that Boko Haram, the threat from Boko Haram, was the reason why Jonathan could not remove subsidy. The question is, who is Boko Haram? Who is Boko Haram? Is it not the Fulani? I told you that the Fulani have become a willing tool in the hands of the colonialists to disrupt Nigeria's progress. Imagine, you don't want Nigeria to progress. You don't want Nigeria to divide. Nigeria to move forward, you don't want. Nigeria to divide, you don't want. That is where the Fulani comes in, because they are the greatest beneficiaries of Nigeria. If Nigeria is divided today or restructured today, the Fulani, they will be the biggest losers. That is why they will do everything they can to oppose any development that will make Nigeria stand on its own and be free from external influence. So people did not believe Jonathan when he said that US was responsible for his defeat. Although Jonathan as a person should have stood his ground like the way Tinubu is standing his ground today. Tinubu, through Shetima, went to the United Nations General Assembly and told the world that we have a stand, we need to stay on our own. And this angered the US. That's why you are seeing this genocide, this Christian genocide, and all have you. You can see. Look at the economy today under Tinubu. It is getting to a certain level. Had it been that we removed subsidy then, 2015 till now is 10 years. Had it been that we had removed subsidy then and implemented other policies, only God knows where we'll be today. But you see, there are some people that have made it their point of duty that you will not develop as a nation. That is why I'm pushing for restructuring. Because as a Southern president that wants better for the people, you always have Northerners, Fulani-led Northern Nigeria, that want to go against your policies. I want to ask the opposition, Fulani-led opposition, because as I look at it, the opposition today is being controlled by the North. What are the things that they want to do, implement, do that Tinubu is not doing or the APC is not doing? What are the things that they will do differently? These are the questions we are asking. It's not that we are supporting the APC, but it seems these people, they don't want a Nigeria that would be transformed. They don't want a Nigeria that will be developed, and they may succeed because Tinubu has only 8 years to become president. And this turn-by-turn democracy we are doing, north and south, it will always set us back. If a southern president comes in and fixes the country, a northern president will come in with their ideology and their mindset. Like I told you, Nigeria is a place whereby people are forcefully lumped together. People with different ideologies and aspirations, different plans. Imagine we have a southern president, they have their plan. A northern president, they have their plan. The southern president comes and implement policies, Nigeria is getting better. After 8 years, he leaves. Northern president comes in and destabilizes everything. From Jonathan to Buhari, you can see the extent of damage a Fulani Buhari caused Nigeria. In fact, he deepened the disunity, the hatred. Under Buhari, we had recession. Under Buhari, they banned social media. Under Buhari, he made genocidal statement. That's why they banned his Twitter account. Because they banned his Twitter account, he now banned social media. You can see, look at Tinubu, look at the steps he's taking as a southern president. I'm not looking at Tinubu as a Yoruba person, but as a southern president. It tells you a lot. Tinubu, the reasons why you believe that Tinubu was part of those that sponsored the protest. Politicians are always politicians. They want to snatch power. They want to get into power. And the only way Tinubu could get into power was to use Buhari. And what Buhari wants is for them to just grab that power and implement their agenda from northern Nigeria, Fulani Islamic agenda from northern Nigeria. So Tinubu took the opportunity, played a smart one on Buhari. They aligned together. They bring back our girls, bring back our girls. You go see, say, they kidnap they kidnapped school children in Nigeria, and it is trending in the White House. Don't you think that there's a conspiracy somewhere? The White House is protesting against a Jonathan over insecurity, while the same White House refused to sell weapons to Jonathan. Jonathan had a chief of army staff in the person of Ejirika. Ejirika was advancing on the terrorists. Northern Nigeria, they complained, they were shouting, they are killing our people. They found a way to sabotage Jonathan's government. And they sought help from these external authorities, which reports have shown that most of them are funding terrorist organizations in Nigeria. Look at Syria. Syria president was once a terrorist leader that the US put a bounty on his head, $10 million. The US now is now supporting a terrorist government. They are shaking hands with a terrorist president. They supported his presidency. So the US can support a terrorist to become president. Somebody that they once put a bounty on his head, $10 million. That is the nature of the US for you and the external powers. So as it stands today, what Tinubu is doing is survival strategy. Because he does want to be under the tutelage, under the servitude or bondage of the Fulani. Every southern president that we had in Nigeria today, the Fulani, northern Nigeria always bullied that president. Look at Obasanjo. As great as Obasanjo is, he dare not go against northern interest. They know born and well, make he go against northern interest. The Yorubas have been complaining that Obasanjo as a president went against everything pan-Yoruba. I think they banned Ronu. Obasanjo was against Ronu, the Ronu movement, a conservative Yoruba group. Obasanjo had to implement northern sentiment, he elevated northern interest over his own people's interest. That tells you how the North was in control of an Obasanjo, because at least they brought him from prison and made him president. The same way El-Rufai and Co, they thought they were going to do to Tinubu. El-Rufai mobilized 14 governors from northern Nigeria, and they said, yes, we are making Tinubu president. Let's support Tinubu for president. And he had been disappointed. So even look at Jonathan. They bullied him out of that place. You see, Jonathan did not show that he's Asawana, he's from the Niger Delta. He would have shown a little thick skin. He just chickened out in the name of peace. In Nigeria today, if you are playing politics, you need to be ruthless. In Nigeria today, You know the Bible. I'm a Christian. The Bible says the kingdom of heaven suffereth violence, and the violence taketh it by force. I repeat, violence taketh it by... The kingdom of heaven suffereth violence. In the world today we find ourselves, if you are a prey, they will chop you raw. If you position yourself as a weak person, they will take advantage of you. It is the strong that survive in the world of today. Now look at Jonathan. What good did he do to his own region, South region, as a president? Look at Tinubu. He entered power within 2 years. You can see the $1 billion investment in Lagos State, in the Southwest. That's why the fact that the Southwest is more viable than any other region in Nigeria. But yet they keep pumping money into the Southwest. He had to appoint his own people because he understands the structure, the Nigerian structure, with all the nepotism that Tinubu is going on with. People still want to join the APC. Can't you see how it looks? It may look somehow to you like we should not play that kind of politics. I understand why you are saying we should not play that kind of politics. But Nigeria, the way Nigeria, see, if you are in a battlefield and you have people that want to kill you, would you start singing love songs to those that want you dead? You sing songs of war. You stay vigilant. In the battlefield, you are always vigilant in case anything happens. Look at the reported coup. Look at northern opposition. Within 2 years of Tinubu, this northern has just formed a coalition and they are calling it the opposition. They just left the APC. Most of them from the CPC, they left and formed a coalition because it is not favoring them. When Buhari was there, it favored northern Nigeria. Northern Nigeria said, no protest. Protest is haram. But under Tinubu, protest ceased to be haram. So these are the things we are looking at when we talk about politics in Nigeria. So I believe Sanusi, Tinubu took advantage of the situation to become president. He allowed Buhari and co. to have the ovation. He played a smart one. I wish people can understand the way Tinubu played that politics. Because if he had tried to challenge the Fulani and challenge them, then if he had tried to bring himself out and saying that he wants to be president, they would have stopped him a long time ago. He made sure he played the whole northern Nigeria. Look at the campaign, 2023, 2022. Doing as somebody that want to die today, tomorrow. The North were so happy. Wow. Number one, he followed their Muslim ticket. Number two, he appointed Shetima. They felt Shetima was a strong candidate. So the North was so happy with him. And they left him to do whatever he wanted to do. But he was playing them. If Tinubu had brought himself out during that 2015, that I want to also be president, they would have said, okay, this man has his ambition. Let us stop him. But he had to allow Buhari run his own package. He did not even, maybe he told his boys, please don't talk down on this man. No. Don't criticize him. Oh. If he's doing anything bad, let's just be looking at him. He even campaigned for him second term. Until he got to the time of primaries that they wanted to show him their true color. Because like I told you, northern Nigeria, if you are having alliance with northern Nigeria, they will put you second. It is their interest first. There's no time they want you to put your interest ahead of them. Northerners led by Fulani. So they wanted to stop him. He now went to Ogun State. Ogun State has a meaning. He went to Ogun State. And I said, our local. I heard Buhari. Buhari was crying. It is Yoruba's turn. And inside that Yoruba's turn, it is my turn. The chairman of the APC was there. Ganduje was there. Most of the people were there when he was making that statement. He knew how he played his politics that people are even shocked today. So the reality here is that every tragedy that is befalling Nigeria, the Fulani always have a hand in it. Let's look at Bokoharam. Bokoharam which tribe consists of terrorists in Nigeria from northern Nigeria? Which tribe? If you go to the north, the Hausas, shoemaker, barrow, sell fruit, farm. The Fulani, they are in charge of the education sector. They are in charge of the traditional sector. They are in charge of the religious sector. They are almost in charge of every other sector. In government, they are in charge. Top politicians in northern Nigeria, they are from the Fulani. Top 2, top 3 politicians Namely, we have Atiku. Buhari is dead. If Buhari were alive now, they are like 4. Buhari, Atiku, El-Rufai, Kwankwaso. If not full Fulani, but they have alliance with the Fulani. They have a mentality of the Fulani. They pay allegiance to the Fulani. So you can see the whole thing. Every tragedy that befalls Nigeria, you always connect it to this particular Fulani tribe. So Bokoharam will think that Tinubu, the same script they play with Jonathan, they think they can play with Tinubu. You people don't know Tinubu, and I pray you still underestimate Tinubu till the end. You see this coup plotting reported. There's a politics going on in this coup plotting though. There's the kind of politics where Tinubu go use this coup play. It's just like somebody attempts to steal your phone. Somebody attempts to steal your phone and the person is caught. If you want to do that person bad, this is how bad people play politics. You now pretend, you now create a scenario whereby your phone not lost too, but you say your phone lost. If you now start crying, say my phone don't lost again, they will now have to point to that person that attempted to steal your phone in the first place. That is the politics that Tinubu will play with Northern Nigeria. Now, this coup that have been foiled, somebody said something in one of my videos. He said that they used Timi Silva as a figurehead, as a face. Just put his face out there, let him be as if he's the one. That the main people that are responsible, that have been accused, is Northern Nigeria. How many people, how many Southerners there for Nigerian army, my brother? Is it not the Northerners that are the full Nigerian army, left, right, center? So they use the Southern president as a face. They just called his name because they would rather want to involve some Southerners. It is normal. So every tragedy that befalls Nigeria, the Bokoharam is there. And the Bokoharam think they would deal with Tinubu the way they deal with Jonathan. I pray these terrorists, these bandits that doesn't want peace in Nigeria, that doesn't want people to achieve their destiny, nations in Nigeria. We have many nations with different capabilities and capacities, with different potentials. If you go to every state in Nigeria, you see potential. Every state in Nigeria can survive on its own. You look at it critically. Every single state in Nigeria can survive on its own. They have mineral resources. They have land, arable land. It's so surprising that you can plant anything in some states and it germinates. Just like that, you just plant during rainy season, it germinates. Those days, countries survived on agriculture. Nigeria has it bountifully. It has oil, it has gas, it has gold, it has almost everything. It has proximity to the sea and everything. But there are some people that are hell-bent on making sure that everybody must serve them. If you don't serve us Fulani, we cannot make peace, make you experience peace. Over the years, the wars that have been fought with other nations, the Yoruba people, the Southwest, have fought many wars. Most of them are with the Fulani. What are they looking for? If Nigeria divides today, you know that the Fulani are the greatest losers. Where is their ancestral home? That is where you know that the Hausas know what they are doing. But because of one Nigeria, everybody is lumped together into one place. People are using one Nigeria to cash out on the potentials and destinies and the hard work and the sweat of people. Because of one Nigeria, Northern Nigeria has the richest. If not for one Nigeria, if we had no one Nigeria regional system of government, Northerners will never be richest in Nigeria. The Dangote and Co, they take advantage of the fake unity of Nigeria. They use your resources. They favor themselves. How many of them worked hard like the average poor man? When we were young, they told us Dangote was pushing barrel. That uncle that told us that lie. God will forgive you. Dangote was pushing barrel. Dangote's father was one of the richest men in Nigeria. Otedela wrote a book. And some people were telling Otedela, please, if you're writing a book, write according to your own experience. I'm not saying it's not good to read those books. My brother, if you want to be wealthy, read their books, study their lifestyle, because when you eventually get to their position, you need some guidelines to live and succeed, because they succeeded. So what I'm saying is that if not for one Nigeria, you cannot say Hausas will be the biggest, the richest in Nigeria. You cannot say, because it is the oil, the resources from the oil. Dangote refinery, Dangote oil. Oil, where do you find the oil? Niger Delta. Most in Akwa Ibom, Bayelsa, we have Delta State, we have River State. Most. Where do you get the oil? Manufacturing in the southwest. Yes, the industrial hub of Nigeria is in the southwest. Now, when you look at gas, entrepreneurship, and other things, you look at the southeast. Middle belt is agriculture. So what are we saying? Because of one Nigeria, these things are happening. If we have implemented this subsidy a very long time ago, we will not be here. Look at Tinubu's government. This subsidy removed in the next 5 years, 6, 7, 8 years. Don't think you can see the dividends. It takes, I said it before, this reforms that is going on under this administration is going to take 20 years for you to see, because the battles you'll be fighting, battles within and battles without. You'll be fighting internal forces and external forces. And this fight you'll be fighting would make it longer, make the progress come in a longer time because of the battles, the people you need to kick out. I tell you, that is why I said the president should unite Southern Nigeria, because this unity in Southern Nigeria will help us fight these battles to get to a point whereby we'll be independent, we'll control our resources. Then let anybody that wants to go and hawk transformer, go and hawk transformer. They are hoping on one Nigeria to put us in bondage, but we will shock them in our time. So if you are saying APC, PDP, Labour Party now, look at the bigger picture. The bigger picture is this thing we are saying. This guy is a PDP guy, but some people threatened him because of he wanted to remove subsidy. Some powers that be, we have cabals in Nigeria. The oil cabal, they fear them. The oil cabal, fear them. They are the deadliest cabal in Nigeria. That is why I understand why Buhari wants to be Minister of Petroleum and Tinubu wants to be Minister of Petroleum, because he needs to be in the system and also understand the cabal. Understand these people. So as it stands, it's unfortunate that we are here at this point in time. It's unfortunate. The restructuring Tinubu is doing, let him continue doing it. Let it go on. See, I don't have issues with anybody. I have issues with somebody that doesn't want me to prosper. I did my own. I'm hustling. I'm doing all the necessary things I need to do. You are making life difficult for me. You are making life difficult for me. Not to. I come to this earth. God give me potential. You give me skills. You now stand as a stumbling block in my front so that I will not be able to achieve what God has designed for me. My brother, you need to go down. It's normal. That's the prayer we pray in church. You need to go down. May God help Nigerians.